Welcome to Keepers at Refreshment. I'm your host, one of them, Wesley Reuter, Senior Warden of Raven Lodge 303 and Past Master of Azure LaGrange Lodge number 770, both in Illinois. Let me introduce you to the rest of the guys of the At Refreshment portion of the episode. Brock, let's hear from you.
Brock from Raven 303.
Confirmed.
Where are you from?
Raven 303. What are you talking about, dude?
All right, never mind. All right.
I act like people don't know.
You didn't say the city. That's all right. No problem. Yoshi.
What's up?
Yoshi.
Villa Park Lodge number 1113, past master of Villa Park 1113, and a slew of other things.
Marty.
Oh, shit.
What is going on? You got your alcohol shaman here. Past Master Villa Park 1113, current Chief Justice Shia Brado. I love you all.
Yes!
Well, that does it for the At Refreshment portion of the show. Let me pass it on to Mike from Keepers of the Word. Mike?
So I'm Mike from Keepers of the Word and from
I love you, Mike.
Hermes Lodge in Long Beach. And
Yeah!
I'd like to introduce Brother Ronald Duncan, Past Master. Joe, Past Master.
Say something so the camera can get on you.
Say something.
Go ahead.
Cowboy Jesus.
Joe.
Past master of Valley Harbor Lodge and founder of Hermes Lodge.
Donald Joe.
Junior Warden, Hermes Lodge, General Secretary of Long Beach Scottish Rite.
Arson.
Marshall of Hermes Lodge and caretaker of Hiram Fellowship Center in Long Beach, California.
Omen.
EA, LA Harbor Lodge number 332 and Hermes Lodge.
And that is it. That is At Refreshment and Keepers of the Word.
Dave.
Dave, what? I'm sorry. We forgot our producer, Dave. Dave, please introduce yourself.
Dave Jones, Past Master of Lombard Lodge, number 1098, Past Master of Bensonville Lodge, number 1159, Secretary of Villa Park Lodge, number 1113, this show and some other stuff.
I love
Baby.
Let's do it.
So,
all right. Well, first of all, I just reiterate what Yoshi said. I'm grateful to be doing this show with you guys. We've been paying attention to your guys' work. We know you guys giving us shout outs. We've given you guys shout outs. And, I wish this could be in person, but hey, we'll take it over the internet. Great to have you guys.
definitely.
Good to be together.
Yeah.
One day. It'll happen one day. We'll all get together. We either go out there, you guys come out here, and we're just gonna rock it. This is gonna be we can call this like a trial run. I mean, we're already jiving, we're grooving right now, this thing we're about to do.
I like it. So let's talk about At Refreshment. And earlier when we were talking, the whole thing of drinking, some lodges allow it, some don't. We came from a lodge that had its own bar, and we would have refreshment after ritual or after we were done with business. So how do you guys feel about that, obviously?
We usually just go to a bar.
Yeah, we go somewhere after lodge.
Really?
Yeah.
We always go out afterwards. We don't, in the state of Illinois, your lodges aren't allowed to have liquor at all.
Oh, wow.
Liquor, beer, nothing.
Well, there's been an announcement, or what some call an edict, even though we're not supposed to call it an edict, that our past Grandmaster issued an edict saying that we can have beer and wine at the lodge as long as the lodge is fine with it, but it cannot leave the kitchen or dining area, and it can only be after degrees or stated meetings. Okay. Now, as far as I know, our new Grandmaster has not changed that. That is still in place.
See, the only problem from an Illinois perspective, everyone
is that we're in Illinois.
Yeah, well, that's number one. Anyone's giving me information on that edict, it's written in a way that has so many misinterpretations that I kind of think it was given vaguely to appease a certain amount of people while not 100% letting people have what they wanted in the first place, if that makes any sense.
Well, I can tell you this from my experience, guys don't want to stick around, for one, because either they're tired or you name the excuse. Two, there's really nothing to do other than just talk. And some guys want to drink when they talk.
And that's
So
where we
that's
came
why
in
most
for
of the guys go.
Yep.
You know, that's where the bar comes in. So, and my experience has always been, I've learned a lot about Masonry going to the bars and talking to the guys with the loose lips and this and that. So, I don't know, take what you will from that.
I mean,
this is when you're hanging out like a Grand Lodge dude.
My first experience
Up with drinks, he starts telling you, let me tell you what that really was. I'm like, yes, tell me.
My first experience with the Brothers Keepers was across a bar. You know, I met the brothers at the pub. You know, we sat back and talked, and our friendship was and brotherhood was formed even more there. You know, you look back at the history of it, where were we formed in the first place?
Yeah.
In a bar. You know, where brothers were sitting together, relaxing, and had ideas and came up with things. You know, the pub is essential. I'm not saying, you know, alcoholism is essential, but, you know, this is a meeting place. You know, I spoke to several people before about the interpretations of the CMCs, and it's too loose. You know, you can't really live by the guidelines. I mean, you go by the guidelines, but you can't live by it. You know, if there's excess, I understand it, you know, curtailing it, but there's no excess. It's brotherly love and enjoyment. Let it happen.
Probably our biggest problems in California, Don, is that California is so strict with ABC laws that we have to be nut on with those laws. So, you know, the whole no bringing your own bottle, with that being a bottle club, all that kind of stuff is stuff that keeps the limitations of whatever is allowed within the CMCs. You know, I mean, for the most part, as long as the alcohol is brought in and taken back out and doesn't reside at the lodge, then we're safe. You know, we're good with it. And as long as we're not charging for it, that's the other thing. I mean, I had a past Grand Master during my first year in 2011 as master, because we were keeping a fishbowl on our bar to help replenish the funds. And somehow it got out that the interpretation was that you had to put money in that fishbowl to be able to get a drink. So it became this impression that it was being charged for the alcohol. So we had to move the fishbowl for a while. The problem with moving the fishbowl was it wasn't right in front of everybody's face. So nobody was thinking about dropping the money in it, and it became difficult to continue to replenish the alcohol. So, you know, we did what we had to do and kept it going.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah.
You know, kind of go back to, you know, the whole,
we've been cleaning up a lot over at the Scottish Rite. We've been finding all of these donation jars. And I have a couple in my office that are, you know, 50, 60 years old that say donation for alcohol. You put it right in the bucket. Everybody knew what it was for. So, you know, what is the problem now?
Well, Marty, what about our shrine? I'm not a member of our shrine, of Medina Shrine, but I know that they used to have a system similar to something like that, and I've heard that it's been a little changed.
All right. I really can't comment on it, because when I comment on it, people get mad at me because I keep it too real.
Dude, then let's not talk about it, because I don't know anything about it either, but I just know, like, you used to be able to do it, now you can't do something like that.
But they had an honored beer cooler, which I guess is back, but then there was some controversy with the catering license. I've heard it is. But realistically, a lot of us are in a Royal Arch chapter that meets at the shrine, and our general rule is you just kind of bring since it's in the shrine building and there's looser rules, we just always bring bottles in. I've always said if there was ever to be a Royal Arch action figure made out of me, this was going to be the accessory, because who's ever seen it?
Make me jealous, man. I was in the middle of working. I didn't even get a chance to go refill my cocktail.
Go refill it.
I have to do that in a minute.
So with the whole culture of At Refreshment, how is that being received? We know you guys like to, play around, joke around, have a drink. How is that being received with the brethren in the area?
It's frowned upon, but the brothers in the area are pretty
Everybody
likes it. There's a crowd that's really into it, and then we get love when we travel, though.
Yeah.
Like, as we go out places and we're out and about, like me and Wes went to Madison, Wisconsin, and we had one of the guys that was checking us in was like, "Dude, I watch your guys' show. So excited that you guys came here."
That's awesome. See,
yeah, I was shocked though, and I had no idea.
Our last 2 weeks or last 2 episodes since this coronavirus thing has been going on really haven't been viewed or downloaded podcast wise. So
well, I don't know if the world is 100% as much as everyone needs like something to take their minds off it. I don't know if everyone's in the mood for our bullshit right now.
And that's what I'm thinking too.
I think we would need it more than ever, but
yeah, I mean, we are an acquired taste, I guess.
Well, kind of keeping the same thing. We on a different note, we were considered too esoteric for the lodge that we were at, and that's why we had to do our own thing. We had to do our own show. We had to pretty much break away and go the esoteric route with ourselves and create our own culture, our own thing. And it's been being received well by most. And now, fortunately, we have Grand Lodge saying, "Hey, it's cool. We like what you're doing," which I like. As long as we stay within our bounds, it's good. I just don't see any problem with it. And also on your end, I really don't see a problem with it because it's, it's fellowship. I like to have a drink with my boys, and talk, especially about
it's the older generation that doesn't really care for us that much. Younger generation, they get it, but I don't know. It is definitely mixed.
Yeah,
it's definitely mixed.
Yeah,
we get some guys who are they're about it, like, and they're older. They're older than all of us, and they love it. But yeah, most of it is the young guys, the young up and coming guys. And look, I'm gonna say this right now. There's a lot of brothers who like us. They support us, but they don't really say it, because they're in different positions. You know what I'm saying?
Might make somebody mad.
Yeah, they got to watch what they say or do. Like, there's a lot of brothers that we want on our show. They won't make it. They support us. They won't. But they gotta do what they gotta do. And I'm not mad. I ain't mad at nobody. I understand.
No, I'm not mad at anybody either.
People that are like high rank, like in theory high ranking, because all these are made up titles, but are ranking it on like a state or national level, and then they'll be, "Oh, we love what you guys do." Like, "Oh, you want to come on and do it?"
yeah.
I kind of
that's such BS, man, because we're all on the level. I don't care whether you're a Grandmaster or freaking an EA. We're all brothers. We're all on the level. And if you want to hang out with guys and drink and be who you are, it's so much bullshit that people have to have worries about those impressions that other people might think about them. I mean, I get it. I understand. Everybody's their own person. They have to have their own perceptions about the way that they deal with stuff, but I just think it sucks.
To be the critique that I get the most is our language. Every once in a while, somebody like, "Oh, you guys are all drunk," but for the most part, it's kind of language. And
well, the first, handful of episodes we were drunk.
Yeah. But
last couple
language for sure though. That's gotten us a lot of gripe.
Oh, I had our current Grandmaster personally told me that grand officers cannot come on the show in an official capacity.
Here too, crazy.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because of our swearing. Now, if we cut the swearing out, then our format changes, and then
And
he'll
the
re-review it. But until then,
if we cleaned it up, but
Yeah, we've cleaned it up a little bit.
The wax aren't good enough for him.
It's a fine
Yeah,
line to walk.
yeah.
It's a real big fine line because you can stay true to what made you who you are nowadays and really just go wherever the hell you want. But unfortunately, when it comes to Grand Lodge and it comes to Masonry, you really have to be able to be fluid in everything. And once you're able to navigate those rough seas, you can really benefit, more so than if you just went renegade and just did your own thing. As long as you show somewhat of a guideline and somewhat of a respect towards that stuff, they're going to be okay with it because they know what we're doing right here is what's going to attract people that are my age, that are Omen's age, that are Arson's age, and they're our age. We want to lower that average age out, and
it's going to keep it alive.
Joe was just calling you guys old fucks. You know that, right?
Well, Marty, you were saying though, the state of Illinois, a lot of our last year members, they're young and they're younger than 30.
That's good.
If you look at the average of who's getting raised in Illinois now, I'm 33, so it's mostly dudes in their 20s.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah,
I'm just finding this shit out now. Oh my god.
I'm still the baby. I'm still the baby of the group.
Oh man, I'm getting fucking old. All right.
We're all getting old. Just I do it gracefully. But no, we're seeing a big uptick, and it's really cool. Is you're seeing a lot of college dudes that were in college fraternities where you have like 4 or 5 of those guys joining at once. There's actually been a wide spread of that. So these dudes, I'm not saying the Teague, fraternity 100% matches ours, but you have a lot of that mortar laid for the understanding of relationship, which is really what this is. We want to get to know each other.
That's what I saw that when I joined LA Harbor Lodge, where Mike and Worshipful Joe and Worshipful Ron and Arson and Omen are now. When I joined that, it was because of the younger generation, the esoterics, the things that they wanted to teach. These were things that I wanted to learn. And it was, I saw last year the population change. It was a younger population. It was a dedicated population. It was a group of brothers that were willing to come in and do the work and, buy their time to come in like Omen did. He was there for 6 months, 7 months?
I think a good 9, about 9.
Yeah. And that's what it takes. It takes us reaching out with things that are going to interest the brothers or interest the candidates to come in.
Well, sometimes I think we're too worried about quantity instead of the quality of people, because the quality of those people are going to introduce something to the people that maybe aren't that qualified as that person, but they're going to show those people what they're missing out on instead of just the person that's, oh yeah, I'm a brother, it's cool, yeah, whatever,
And Wes, it's people looking for the titles. It's title chasing. That's what's ruining what this is all for. We're not here for titles. We're all here on a level. We're not. This isn't an ego boost. It should be an ego death, if anything.
Yeah.
We all have to work together.
Hey, we all have to pay for our titles.
I was just gonna say, every title comes with a hefty debt, dude.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Be careful with those titles.
And even the title your woman gives you is something that you had to pay for.
Yeah, definitely.
Expensive title. That is a pricey title, my friend.
Yeah.
So
how is Masonic education and esoterics in Chicago? Are you guys able to delve deep into it, or is there restrictions to that?
Barely. There's we did the tarot night, no problem. Like there's been barely anything.
If we talk esoterics, it's usually with each other, because there's not schools or symposiums that are really had at lodges saying, oh, we're going to talk about this, that, or the other. There'll be a handful throughout the year, but literally like a handful.
Okay,
and that's about it.
I've been at 5 good esoteric studies or presentations. I ran one. You were talking about the tarot night I ran through our Royal
Right.
chat.
There's your 5 for the year.
Awesome.
But hold on, those 5 are all well received and they do good. The ground is fertile. We just need more people to jump in that want to stand in front of a room of people. Because I mean, all of us could do 1 or 2 good ones on our own, but dude, we really need this to be more of a communal thing where it's like, all right, I'll teach this month, you teach next month. Trust me, the groundwork is there.
Yeah.
People want it.
Like the lecture series,
Okay.
the lecture series you guys are doing.
The people here in Chicago are very Catholic, and all that esoteric stuff is really
Scares the hell out of them.
Look,
Exactly.
I grew up.
Wait. With that being said, because I'm from the city, I literally come from the city of Chicago. I was born in Cook County Hospital, which is no longer up and running. I mean, yeah, that's where I'm from. So that's the feel I get. And I broke away from all that stuff. And it's hard for people that have that mindset to be like, well, you know, I've always been told this is, you know, the devil's work or of the devil, however they put it. And now just to expect them just to drop their lifelong belief and come in and listen to some esoteric, because that word, they hear devil, they hear Satan, they hear something along those lines. So
I'm
trying
gonna
to
tell
break people from that mold is really hard in this area. It's
No one
just
asks
the
them
way
to
it
give up
is.
their beliefs, though. I mean, just open your mind and listen to a different viewpoint about something. Learn something
But
that you might not have.
it's really hard. It's really hard, and that's how it's been indoctrinated throughout this area.
I grew up in the Catholic school system, and there is no difference between what I'm learning now in Masonry and what I learned in Catholicism from kindergarten.
You're absolutely right.
My freshman year in college, I was in the Catholic system.
Catholicism
And I
is
was talking
rooted
to a
in
brother
esoteric.
today about that, about the esoterics. He's a 80-year-old brother at the Scottish Rite, and he was telling me about the links between Catholicism, religion, and Masonry. You know, how are we going to bypass that? I don't get it. You know, that was the same question I posed to the, you know, powers that be at LA Harbor. I was like, how are you going to deny the esoterics?
Well, for people like us, that's easy because now we see it. But we also had that curiosity where we're not going to let one word like esoterics or, you know, cult.
A cult.
Those words terrify us to stop learning about
words
something.
like restraining order stop us.
Restraining order.
Restraining order.
Well, it depends on what era of the Catholic Church you're talking about.
I know.
If I could touch on a little bit of this, you know.
Oh, actually, hold on. Let me preface this. That he's the most Catholic human I've known. That's not the Pope.
No, as most people know, I am. I'm a devout Catholic. My only problem with
snake handler.
Most brothers that talk about esoterics and everything is the way they present it. Some brothers present it in a really good way, in an educational way. A lot of other brothers present it as what you believe in is stupid and you are wrong. And this is what, you know, I believe in, and I'm gonna shove this down your throat. You know?
And that's not good. That's
believe it or not, that's how a lot of brothers are. You know, like we had a brother give a presentation, and he was all like, now before I start this, I want you all to know that I'm not attacking your beliefs. You know, I'm not trying to say that your beliefs are wrong, but now here, let me tell you how all your beliefs are wrong. And then he went on into this whole big old, you know, esoteric, you know, presentation, and like everybody is in the room is like, cool, dude, you're talking to a bunch of Royal Archmasons, and just told them everything about Catholicism is a sham. Yeah, that's gonna win up. That's gonna win over, you know, your brother.
No. And the holiness of the Lord Arch was up at the time when he was doing this. I was like, well, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
See that? That's so wrong, because the best thing to do would be to reinforce the ritual within the Roman Catholic faith, all of the things that they do, all of the symbolism, all of the things that are tied to Gnosticism and esotericism, and just explain to them that it's not unique to that religion.
Yeah. You know, I've always, like when I first started and talking to other brothers, you know, like there is so much in Masonry that has been pulled from so many different religions.
Oh yeah.
Know? And my personal opinion is like it's supposed to bring us together, you know. And some guys get it, and some brothers don't get it.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
and that's the sad thing is like I hate to say it, but you know, with things like social media, you know, you see there's a lot of hypocrisy in the fraternity.
Yes.
Oh, yes, there is.
You know,
Or can I get a drink?
It's sad, but
I
you know,
love
I
how
guess
he asked for a drink
it's
right
sad
after the
truth, I guess. I don't know.
hypocrisy.
You know, but you know, I don't know. I think everyone needs to get back to
Yoshi,
the whole, like we're
I
supposed to
agree.
unite.
And that's why I got off social media during this crisis, because according to some brothers that, you know, are on my Facebook feed, we should already be under military order, restraint. The world should be on fire and stop turning already.
Goodness.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just getting off social media for a little while.
Yeah.
You know, let people like that be the way they want to be. That's fine. You know, they like stirring shit, you know, but I'm just not, I don't want to be a part of it. In fact, I don't even want to be in the room with it because I already know what the shit smells like. It doesn't matter if it's turned left or right.
Well,
So.
all right. Actually, just to give you a heads up, though, you guys got off social media. I've been using my downtime to argue with people on social media.
You love doing that. That's like a pastime for you.
The other day, I saw some dude tripping out about something about this bitch-ass coronavirus, and that we will all live through. And I said, dude, I told him you're
yellow.
No, hold on. I told him that your intellectual point is the equivalent of a man screaming at the sun because his garden hose turned into a peach pie. Once see someone get fucking pissed off, that dude's an author too. Hey, fuck him, right?
Well, we've learned that lectures have to be presented that way as a lecture. You're there talking about your facts and findings and references and able to speak on that from an expert point of view. So I guess to kind of lessen the blow, it probably would start off with something very easy, you know, like the tarot, or, you know, just talking about what it is, where it was created, how it was created, and what it was used for. And, you know, we've learned that on our end, because it's crazy, because LA is kind of divided in half. There's a lot of people that are into the esoterics, that are a part of other orders that are very esoteric, and then there's other brothers that are just into the fellowship. And I think it's a combination of the two, but we've noticed through our data and findings that the esoterics are really, really being seeked out right now. Freemasonry itself has a lot of it. We just don't talk about it because, you know, you have the old guys who fear that. They fear, oh, well, it's occult or the word esoteric. And I think it's up to us to kind of talk about it so it doesn't sound like the F word every time somebody says it. And
well, the thing is that when you're, and I agree with you, you can't tell somebody that their beliefs is wrong, because it's a lifetime of learning and it's a lifetime of giving and sacrifice, and nobody wants to hear they're wrong for doing that.
Yeah, I'd like to put out a controversial subject and say, no one's beliefs are wrong. Your religion's not wrong. Your vision of spirituality isn't wrong. We're all just using different tools to get to the very same place. Please, I will teach you about my vision of Catholicism. Teach me about Hinduism. It's Passover. Teach me about Judaism. Let's all get together and let's meet at the festive board and let's have a goddamn good time with it.
Yeah.
Because realistically, no one is wrong. Here's the thing. I'm looking at, if you're looking at doing a construction project on your house, there's a few ways to build a deck, and each of them have their merits, but realistically, none of them are wrong. And that's, people get too caught up on their own dogma. If there's a way to find your path to Allah, to God, to spirituality, to Mecca, however you want to look at it, we all have to get there. and we're all going to get there by our own means. I drive a Ford, Yoshi drives a Chevy, but we're still driving to the same point. You know what does that make any sense?
No, all roads lead to the same point, the same place, the same destination.
I'm sorry, Foamy, go ahead.
No, I was just saying all roads lead to the same destination.
Exactly. You know, when I came into Keepers, my seeking, you know, like I said, being in the Catholic school system all my life was, okay, let me see what else is out there. And from the teachings that I've learned from Ron and Mike and Joe and Arson, it's all intertwined. And when you look through our lectures and read what we're really about, we're a combination of everything. You know, when they say that we're not a religion, yeah, we're not a religion, but we're a bit of everything, a bit of nature, a bit of spirituality, a bit of, you know, we're the yin and yang. We're the actual balance of this. And if we don't go back to that, we're totally lost.
Yeah.
And it's great you mentioned the yin and yang, because that represents balance. That's all we're really trying to do. We're trying to take that plumb line, let it go down, do its thing.
We got to keep the fraternity level too, you know. We got to let people that like some stuff and some people that don't like stuff and people that are in it for brotherhood and fraternity. We got to, tolerance. We got to look into all that because there's so many different people, and that's what brings us all together is, you know, Freemasonry.
Just like you said, what brings us together is Freemasonry.
Yeah.
Even if someone doesn't like what we're teaching or what we're talking about, we're brothers. You know, what happened to the good counsel? What happened to the let's sit down and talk about this? You know, the division is ridiculous. You know, the one thing that I love about these brothers that I'm around now, we're not changing. You know, we're out there doing the work. We're getting what needs to be done, and we're not changing for anybody. We are who we are, and that's who we're going to be.
Well, that's why I liked your guys' Widow Sons episode too, or that's what we call it, but you know the biker equivalent of, you know, that was so cool. Yeah.
Prez. We got the Prez here.
Awesome.
Okay, no talk. Okay, we're not talking about that.
No.
So we're not ixnay that one because fuck that. So, Joe, just cut that out. Whatever.
What?
Okay.
Next.
First of all, it's ruffians, not Widow Sons. Second of all, you know what's really cool about that is that first of all, we have a brother in the Grand Lodge line in California who is part of a charter that we as ruffians are getting going out of San Diego. So it's cool to have someone interested from Grand Lodge in the ruffians, and now Grand Lodge has the ruffians in their, you know, in their view, along with Hermes and Keepers of the Word and all the things that are helping to grow Masonry in California. So those are all positive things, that's for sure.
I almost called this show the Vile Miscreants when you said ruffians and brought it back to mind.
Yeah, we put this together. Wes was like, let's call it the Vile Miscreants. And I'm like, that is the shittiest branding I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I wanted to get the point across.
I was so excited that when you guys had Lon Milo DeQuette on, when I seen that show, I was just like, and when you guys just did...
man, on that, man.
Dude, that was amazing, dude. And not only that, but you guys get him to like have lectures and get to go see him on like, it's like, that'd be a rarity here to see him. I couldn't even imagine. I'd be so overjoyed.
Again, the universe connected us with the right people, bro. It's been a rough and rugged road over the past couple of years, and thankfully I got these guys to keep me going straight, because honestly, there's times where I just say, screw Masonry, I'm done with this shit, but it's
you too.
Keep it grind, man. Keep it going. Yeah.
Nah, bro, it's find your group. Find your group and make it happen. It's as simple that is the golden rule and the fucking ultimate secret of this whole thing. Find a group of people.
When I was in the EA, I had
that goes to the yoke, right, with your idea of companions versus brothers, the people that you're actually with. you know, it's deep and it's in there. And I know me and we talk a lot of crap because if you follow any of us on Facebook, every Saturday morning we're somewhere obscenely early doing something esoteric. And me and him, dude, there's so many times in the car we're both drinking a Red Bull, sharing a bag of jerky. Like, why are we driving 2 hours and 7 a.m.?
Yeah, dude, no, he's right. We're cussing the whole time. F this, F that.
Sound familiar?
You know, why are we doing this? But you know what? Once we get there, we're there, and we see all the brothers, and we're shaking and hugging hands. You know, that all goes away, and this rush of happiness just comes over you.
No, I mean we recently took the turnaround trip to Vegas. It was about a 5-6 hours road trip. And we went there just to go see a fan of ours go get his first degree.
Very
long
cool.
drive.
Nice.
It was like you get there and it's like, wow, we're actually made it. We're here. We're supporting, and you don't mind how long it took. You don't mind how tired you are because you know what? It's not for you. It's for them.
We weren't passing jerky.
True.
Yeah, we were passing jerky.
2 bottles of water, 2 fucking Red Bulls, and a bag of jerky will get you through to any Masonic degree.
Or something else, but we won't say that.
We call it jerky out there.
The thing is, it seems that no matter what Brock and I do the morning before, or you know, the night before we have to do it that morning, we're always like drinking. Yeah, we're gonna call it an early night. Yeah, no problem. Dude, what time we got to get up? 4 o'clock. What time is it? Oh, it's midnight. Oh, fuck, we got to go to that.
Anyone who's ever been to a Grand Lodge session knows there's no early night.
Yeah.
You shut down the bar, then you shut down the late night joint, and then you're fucking voting and opening by 8 a.m. That is the rule.
Yeah. But you're walking into the grand session with sunglasses on and a cup of coffee, and you're like in a tunnel. You're like, I'm just heading to my chair.
You didn't even know Starbucks served a big gulp till you go to Grand Lodge.
Yep.
You guys have Table Lodge, and since you guys can't drink, do you guys have Table Lodge or festive boards?
We do, but you don't drink.
No.
Really?
Wait,
There's no fun in that.
Wait.
There's one at the Scottish Rite, right?
No.
No,
Blue
Lodge.
At the shrine or what?
Like St. John's feast.
Dave, jump in.
Exactly. We can have wine, I thought.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like St. John's normally here is we do 7 courses. At LA Harbor, we used to do 7 courses, all wine shots, and we had wine with dinner. So you can imagine at the end of the night, you're pretty faded.
It's a good time.
It's an excellent time.
Shit is legendary, dude. Like when we we did a production last year where we had music and video and
pagan music.
We had some Vikings.
Hey, whatever, dude.
That shit was epic, and we had lighting going with it. It was a good time. We all got sauced, and we had a good time after.
I mean, we raised close to $1,000 in fines just to give to the Grand Master for his various projects for the year. I mean, it was
Great.
a great
That's
time.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we do anything like that. I mean, we do, but I don't know. I guess I just don't go to enough events for that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Royal Arch chapter hosts
You go to the
wild
wrong events.
He goes to all the events. Don't let him fool you. He's at all the events. All the golf tournament.
Fuck that golf tournament. I don't golf.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Me neither.
Good face of that golf tournament.
You go to the golf tournament?
I have drinks at the golf tournament.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm drinking with other people, not at the golf tournament, but during the golf tournament, if that counts.
Well, we were supposed to have a Table Lodge this year with our NoHo guys and Ravens Rock Lodge up in, I believe it's Burbank.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. You know, it's supposed to happen around June. I don't think that's going to happen this year, but, you know, we look forward to it next year. We'll put it on, you know, with our brothers. And
that's the Native American degree team? Is that what that is?
No. It's just a 7-course meal, 7 toasts, and you get fined for pretty much anything. You wore the wrong tie, you get fined $1 or $2, and the master has to okay it. So it's kind of like a thing that, you know, for fun.
A fun
Balls.
We'll bring like $40 in ones, and get ready to get fined because it's and you raise money that way, and we give it to the Grand Masters Project, which I believe is for the Raise a Reader Foundation here in California. So
no, the last couple of years they've been doing the homes.
Masonic homes.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, we haven't done anything like that. I mean, most of the events that go on up near us are probably at the Shrine or the Scottish Rite building.
Yeah.
For things of like that nature. They were just going to have a murder mystery thing, but that got canceled because of everything that's going on now.
Yeah.
So they do things like that, but not like
Wes,
the fine thing like you were explaining.
Well, we just seen one when we went to the Scottish Rite reunion where they rented an old time steamboat, and they're doing like a murder mystery or something, like a weird dinner on a steamboat cruise.
Oh yeah, they were doing that on the Mississippi.
Yeah, I thought, wow, check that out. That's kind of unique.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah.
I mean, due to all this situation, they're not doing that. But hey, what is your guys' Scottish Rite doing off topic about the situation? I don't know I think we're allowed to kind of generally talk about this, right, Wes? But
the situation.
Well, the COVID situation. Our Scottish Rite has been doing.
Am I like in a Marvel comic now that we're calling it the situation? That's like the code word or
the
something.
Rona.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. COVID-19.
What's the situation?
Yeah.
Party, and I got the Rona.
Yeah, I got the Rona
right here for Scottish Rite. So
hey, I'm working on Project Rona out in the garage.
Well, what we're doing is we're known in the northern Masonic jurisdiction here to have video degrees. So what we're doing is offering viewing parties for members to witness the degrees and to watch these degrees in a more Hollywood production style. But you can online stream them through the membership section of whatever of the website. But you can kind of like see a degree through a visual interpretation. I don't know. I think it's cool. If I had to go through it as my reunion, I would be bummed if I got a YouTube 30-second degree Scottish Rite experience. That would be a bummer.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, but on the other hand, I like the concept of if a situation like this occurs, you can at least see some degrees. It's not a total wash.
I'm the general secretary of Long Beach Scottish Rite, and we've canceled our statewide that was going to cover all 32 that we were going to have up in Oakland.
Yeah.
We haven't canceled our June as of yet. A couple of those ideas have been passed by me, but with the council that I have around me, this is something that you have to experience. You have to be there. You have to, be interactive. And, I applaud the technology of being able to do these degrees that way, but I'm not going to be for it at Long Beach Scottish Rite. I
honestly think that if you've been through the degrees, that you can have access to the degree.
I agree with that.
You need to go through them physically first.
Exactly.
And then your passport keeps a log of the degrees that you've seen, and you only have access to the degrees that you have seen.
Well, if you fill out all your information
should be that
on
way.
the website, you can check off all of the degrees you can see. So in theory, they could do that with their setup. You would be like classified to be able to see that degree, But I mean, there's nothing, I do not think you get credit. Like, you can't see the 4th degree and the 13th, 14th.
Wait, Brock, say that again really intensely, and then keep getting closer to the camera.
I do not think you can see those degrees multiple times more than that one time. But I don't think you get credit for them, man.
Yeah, well then what's going to happen next? We're all going to start getting these damn Instagrams from these guys in Zimbabwe asking us, can I be 30 second too? No, I got 2 goats and a cow. No.
Oh my God.
I got $500.
My friend, I want to be rich and take over. Oh my God.
You guys are texting me during the show.
Oh
I have
no.
a goat for you. Please help me.
Yes, please
Wait,
help
wait.
me. I want the
I
money.
got
Hey,
this
Mike, how
guy
much
that
do you love those
contacted us.
Illuminati
Oh my
guys?
gosh. Oh, you know how
I
many
do
guys
love
I'm blocking all the
Mike
fucking
loves
time?
them so much.
Oh, I can't stand those motherfuckers.
First off, the Illuminati
Hail the
guys are
light.
the ones that watch our shows. Don't disrespect.
Hail the
Hey,
light.
check this out. Check
Hail
this
the
out. This
light.
guy, this
Hail
guy
that.
contacts us. He's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna wait for your call. Okay, I want to join your team, and I have good plans that the team will benefit from."
Wes, we've seen that guy
Oh
already.
my gosh,
We need that
it's
guy.
hilarious.
He's got good plans. Wes, respond yes.
He's got good plans.
Plans.
Hey, let's get the plans. See what the plans are first.
No, don't, goddammit, don't see anything. You just give him your social security number now.
Hey,
But at the end, he says, "I have
endorse
plans that
At
will admire."
Refreshment to get all Illuminati calls.
Hey,
Seek out
oh, gosh.
At Refreshment.
These freaking guys are something
one of
else.
those Illuminati guys gives me $1, man. I can take it.
Look, now I got a question for all you guys. How, like, be honest. How often do you get asked to join the Illuminati on your
You have
social
to be
media?
honest.
Honest.
Too fucking much.
Yeah. Dude, it is every other day at least.
Yeah.
I'm getting some freaking buddy. Hail, brother! Join the light. It's like, dude,
Oh, they're
join
gone.
this.
They're gone.
I'm already
As
in
soon
the
as they
fight.
got a WhatsApp number or
Yeah.
hail the light or you know the Grand Master of the Light wants you, you know, fuck
Yeah,
you, you're
yeah.
gone.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
As long as I got control over our social media accounts, those fucking people are gone.
Yeah.
Some people have cloned our Keepers of the Word IG.
Really?
They've gone to steal our images and use them as
Wow.
Illuminati members.
We've had that happen once.
Yeah, we've
Sorry,
had that happen.
That happened to us
That
once.
was me. I'm
Sure.
sorry.
No, there's been a couple of those like, you know, like Illuminati pages that have like taken like from our Grotto Instagram or Villa Parks Instagram, you know, and they're like, you know, they're showing all this weird shit, and then there's us right in the middle of everything. We're like, oh, what the hell?
Hell yeah.
Dude, you know,
I think it's awesome, man. I'm like, we
Wait.
made it, man. Look at this guy, dude.
You know who I really feel bad for though? Is the Grand Master of Russia. That
Dude, he
dude-
knows. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
That guy's on everything.
The main
Everybody
Illuminati
feels him.
member.
Dude,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
yeah.
Illuminati member.
Huh?
He's the Grand Illuminati member. He's on every single Illuminati. Like, I want to meet this guy and say, "Whoa,
I do too.
I want to get a photo with him, man. I want him to get him to confirmed.
Dude, for real. I want to meet him
I
so
just
bad.
want
But
my
dude,
membership
everybody
card.
steals his shit.
Be like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, yeah.
you know how many Illuminati groups I joined just because of you?
I want the card. That's all I
I
want
want
is
the
the
card
card.
too."
Yeah.
I want to get the necklace, man. The
Dude,
chain.
for real, the necklace, dude. I see all
On
them with the
chain.
necklace, like, oh, look at.
Like, wow.
Mike's a real
Stack
Illuminati.
of hundreds.
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah,
is
the-
a real
the
Illuminati.
fake wish money.
He got the. Hey, Mike, you got the jewel from Johnny, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
So yeah, Johnny Royal gave me what they actually gave the Illuminati members was a medal. And
Yeah.
The
Well, that's
original.
that's a real deal because
Yeah.
there was a company that reproduced the actual real jewels of the Illuminati after they reproduced that ritual book. And that book is badass. All that stuff is awesome, man. The way that they went through all those documents and translated, went to Germany, talked to the families, like they really killed it and did the research. I seen the Amazon Prime show or whatever.
So,
documentary.
At Esotericon, Johnny had his booth.
Yeah.
At the end of Esotericon, Johnny walks up to me and he goes, "Here, man, I want you to have this." And I was like, "My God, am I a member now? What the fuck?" That was my crowning moment. It was awesome. I like it. Thank you, Johnny.
Well, I will say if anybody does want to join the Illuminati, go to Amazon Prime first and watch Illuminated by Johnny Royal and figure out the real shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to give us your WhatsApp number.
No.
Send $50.
Just for
Amazon, buy my book.
Yeah, you too could be a Illuminati.
So have any of you guys gone down that rabbit hole? Because I did just for shits and giggles to see what the hell happened. So this dude asked me, hey, can you get all these riches, all this stuff, and you're going to join. So I said, okay, what do I got to do? I want to join you. So he goes, okay, well, we're going to give you money, but you have to purchase all of these things for the ritual. And he just named a bunch of shit, like dragon's foot and fucking kind of blood and, all this stuff. The good thing is our good friend, James Bracero, Kazak listener, he's our master mage. That's Gandalf the Red. He could give me anything. He give me a dead body. He give me whatever the fuck I need, right? I'm just kidding. I don't mean a dead body, but I go, all right, cool. I can get all these things. He's all, no, you can't. You got to send me $300 so that way I could get you these things. And I go, no, I got all this stuff over here. And he's like, no, there's no way you could get this list. And I started arguing with him, and I'm like, bro, trust me, I could get all that shit. So we went back and forth, and obviously they're full of shit. They want you to pay the $300 to scam you out of that and then make you a member. So that's their game,
Actually, hold on.
So you mean if I really give them $300, I won't get shit?
No dragons.
What kind of bullshit is that?
It's bullshit. It's
No, hold on.
definition of bullshit.
Understand where you're at on the pyramid, dude.
And I was about to believe that those X-ray sunglasses were actually fucking real too. Now you just blew everything up for me. Fuck. I mean, I've got a 1978 Spider-Man comic with it in the back of it. It looks totally real.
You get the skeleton key to get into every vending machine.
Absolutely.
Actually, we get that from Arson.
Pipe in, Arson. Come on now. Tell us the secret.
Come on, Arson. You haven't said shit all week. You guys
know who Johnny Depp is, right?
Who?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah,
doesn't he have like a cover band or something?
Ninth Gate.
So Captain Jack Sparrow is actually Arson. That's his life. Playing him, a real life vampire pirate.
He was
y'all laughing. You see us? All our faces are serious.
We don't fuck around. So he's the guy behind the guy behind the guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, if it's silent, I got questions. Dude, what about your guys' OTA episode? That was another awesome episode.
Yeah, I like that one very much.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I've been listening to that Grunion show or whatever forever, dude.
Hermetic Hour.
Yes, dude. And they've had like everybody on there, dude, and he breaks down theosophy, I mean, freaking everything, man. He has everybody on that show.
So this
that's a good one.
We would want to get James involved because that's James's world. I mean, that's his thing. He's heavily involved in the occult, the esoterics, and that's his specialty. That's why we bring him.
They're trying to usher him in to bring him in to be the next.
Good.
We're the next.
OTO, right?
What?
No, OTA. The Temple of Astarte or whatever.
Yeah. Ordo Temple Astarte.
Yeah. But OTO is
Orientis.
Well, but dude, I don't even want to say anything about that. But yeah, I just wish there was more OTO greatness around, you know? That's all I have to say. But
definitely two different worlds.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Wait. OTO and OTA are two different worlds?
Yeah, absolutely.
Without giving names out.
Okay. From my layman's terms, is that they're kind of like they're the same but different teachings?
No.
Okay. All right.
They're different. OTO.
Okay.
OTO is Thelema, which was a direct descendancy of what Crowley was doing. And OTA is a specific order that was formed by Poke Runyon in, I want to say, the early 70s or
Absolutely, yeah. It's in the early
Yeah.
70s.
It's based off the Krata Rapua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, he uses some stuff, but it's a lot of Golden Dawn stuff too, translated
No.
over, you know.
No. OTA is a direct translation of Canaanite religion, of ancient Canaanite religion.
Yeah.
Well,
Baal, Astarte.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very different. Similar but different.
Same, but different.
Same but different.
Well, I remember on this show that he was like, I met Israel Regardi.
Brock, I've just lost confidence in you.
Like,
You didn't know what it
hell
was
yeah,
about.
dude. Could you imagine?
So those shows that we had with Lon and with Maximilian, they were very interesting. We got a lot of good feedback from them because it's stuff that people really talk about. Like when we were interviewing Lon, we were talking about the Abramelin. That's a book that nobody really talks about. And those
I got it right here behind me, man.
They're like 18-month rituals, man. And I don't know if you guys seen that movie, A Dark Song, but if you haven't, I highly recommend you check it out because it relates to it. And that's what poked my mind as to why I wanted to talk about it. A lot of things in there that I had questions, you know, and he was able to give us some answers, and it was educational, you know.
Okay, since we're talking about books, which one would you start with first? The Pineal Gland by Manly P. Hall, or the Emerald Tablet?
Emerald Tablet.
Emerald Tablet.
Emerald Tablet first? Okay.
The Kybalion.
Kybalion.
Yeah, that's the base.
So, Emerald Tablet in that question, but honestly, if a brother comes to me who is new, I say the Dogma book by Albert Pike.
Wow.
You know, I would
Wait, say that again, Marty.
That's fine.
Marty, wait. Marty, say that again. You broke up.
Albert Pike's book, Dogma, the Scottish.
Morals and Dogma?
Morals and Dogma.
Marty, that's funny. That's the first Masonic book I actually read when I got my third degree. Was actually Morals and Dogma.
You know what the legit deal is, man? My dad fucking owns Alchemy Arts in Chicago, which is the #1
occult bookstore.
And when I asked him, I said, "Hey, Dad, what should I read?" He said, "Morals and Dogma," and that is actually where I started. And I would I haven't even joined the Scottish Rite. I'm so deep in York Rite and Blue Lodge.
Marty, you need to.
But that is the book to start with.
So,
but it's a book that if you're not ready for, you're not going to understand.
No.
I just can't. I cannot stand the tangents that he goes off on. I'm sorry. Pike just goes off on some tangents. And then, you know, like chapters later, he comes back, oh, yeah, and as I was saying, like 3 years ago.
Trust me.
That's what bothers me about Pike. That's it.
Right, and that's way simpler. But trust me, that is a good book to start with because you know how deep you're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's the equivalent of throwing someone into the deep end and seeing how they swim. It really is.
Well,
you spend the time to go through and look for stuff, man. You got to know what the hell you're looking for, and you got to read it and look for it and then figure it out. And you got to be like, okay, well, what does this mean, and where did it come from, and where did this come from? And then you got to try to trace that shit back, and Pike barely left any notes if he didn't plagiarize over somebody else's work. So you got to find it and go back and find that stuff.
That's why I recommend Secret Teachings of All Ages to anybody. It's not an easy read, but it's very, very informative. And it really.
No, I've been listening to the audiobook of that. And it's I've been blown away by the Secret Teachings of All Ages. At least the audiobook, because there's some just way out there stuff. It's like to hear somebody say it instead of reading it yourself is completely different. At least to me.
Well, up here at
So in that
the,
aspects, I got something out of it.
at the Long Beach Scottish Rite, we have a library that's, I mean, it's sick. The amount of literature that we have in here to go through. You know, Ron and Mike just touched on it a little bit with our librarian, Mike Chapwell. And I'm looking forward to when they start delving into more books that they have in our library. Our library used to be a center that the Long Beach University, their students would come over and research Masonry out of our library. You know, that's how much information that we have in there. And it's, you know, I can't wait till we start touching back on that scholastic side.
It's a massive library with a lot of books, a lot of great books,
good books,
information, esoteric information, and Freemason history. So those are the things that we need to talk about. I feel like we all kind of do that in our own way, but it's important so that way, you know, we take the whole F word out of esoterics and occult, because the truth is it's information that has been out there for ages through the mystery religions and applicable today. So it's stuff that we like to cover. And that's kind of why we went on our own, because, you know, people were giving us a lot of shit while in our lodge that we were from. And we had to do our own thing because we weren't going to conform to anybody's crap, especially if within our due bounds. We weren't doing anything wrong in our eyes, but we felt, you know, these things needed to be talked about. So that way we can kind of wake up the public and help out those younger cats that want to come in. And, you know, a lot of people have a misconception of what Masonry is. You know, we all have to wear suits and we all, you know, chill out and smoke cigars. And yes, we do that. But at the same time, we also educate ourselves in many different ways. And I think brothers need to sharpen brothers. You know, iron sharpens iron, so brothers shall sharpen other brothers.
True. I was told by our inspector for Hermes Lodge that where Joe and Arson are right now, it's the HFC, like I was telling you guys, that his house, fraternity house for USC, is 3 houses down. And when he was in college, he's like our age, but he was the first frat to go into that house. And what they used to see every day, or when they had the meetings, were all these guys over here in suits and different things. And that's what struck his interest when he was in college. And he ended up coming over here. So, I mean, we have to reach out to these guys, just like Mike was saying, you know, these young cats, they're there. But if we don't teach them the right way, that this isn't, you know, Curse of Oak Island bullshit.
It's not the Illuminati, and we're not going to save your hip-hop career.
Oh, God, don't go there.
But, you know, I hear people
I love
at
me
the skate
some
park
Curse of
all the
Oak
time,
Island.
man. I meet young kids at the skate park who see my Masonic hat or shirt, and they always come up and say something to me about it. So it's like, hey, man, the young kids know what it is, you know, and they see me out and about, and I mean, shit, I'm not fucking doing something crazy, you know, I'm at the skate park.
That's crazy in all in its own.
Well, they
see
see
me at skate park.
Well, they see a Mason at the skate park, and they're like, what the fuck?
He's like, yeah, we rule everything.
Hey, exactly everything.
To kind of switch gears on the topic, you know, during this whole COVID-19 situation, what have you guys been doing to, you know, keep
masturbating?
Pornhub stocks.
So, what have you guys been doing?
Reading.
Put that hood back up there, Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Oh, okay, all right. No, I've been reading. I've been reading. I finished 4 books, going on 5. Ooh, gosh, that's all I've been doing is reading.
Along with us fixing up the Scottish Rite, we've been.
What's everybody reading?
Okay, I just finished Critical Thinking. I can't remember the author. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday.
The Obstacle is the Way.
Marcus Aurelius's Meditations.
Yeah.
Shoot, what was the other book? I'd have to look it up. I can't remember the name of it right now.
There's
This is
things
what
I've
I'm
been looking at.
reading right now.
Who else?
Masonic Americana. About famous American Freemasons.
I just grabbed that book out of our library today.
Yeah, I got it from our Scottish Rite.
Yeah,
Who else?
just pulled it out of the library.
Who else?
Cult America.
Oh, dude, that book is awesome.
So I haven't got into it just yet. I'm about to. But White House seances, Ouija circles, Masons, and the secret mystic history of our nation. Fuck yeah, I'm reading this.
He's a member of the Theosophical Society, man. He kicks
Who else?
ass, dude.
Who else? Who else?
Mitch. I've got the Kybalion, and I'm also reading another one called The Spiral Dance. It's like a Wiccan kind of book, but yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anybody else?
Dave, I see you're looking around.
Yeah, I was just looking over to see what.
You've got a book somewhere, probably. Marty, what do you got?
I'm sure I got one somewhere.
I've been reading a very good book on Royal Arch symbolism.
Really?
And I've been reading some more stuff about Kundalini energy because I've been getting deeper into Hinduism.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm refreshing myself with Carlos Castaneda because the last time I read Castaneda was many years ago, and now that I'm interested in working on a magical lineage, I wanted to refresh myself with Castaneda and seeing his, like, I know these guys are into the Holy Mountain. I finally watched the Holy Mountain all the way through.
The movie's awesome.
Man, I got cut off halfway through. I was trying to watch it recently.
Yeah, I could, when I first started watching it, I couldn't do it. But then I forced myself recently to do the Holy Mountain, and I got myself back into Carlos Castaneda, and it's, considering that Castaneda was writing that book in 1970 or 72, it is right on line with esoterics and the magic that is what esotericism is all about.
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Yeah. Hey, man, that Holy Mountain movie, dude, is an alchemical process, whether you watch it or not. Dude, you're watching that thing and you're forced, dude. Dude, dude, it's so gnarly.
But you can become gold.
Dude, when they got him in that jar, man, dude.
Soul. It was funny. The other day, Joe and I were talking about it. He has a lot of birds that are coming around. We feed them bird seeds every day. And I was watching the BBC, and one of their newscasters was in New York, and I knew the hotel that she was in. I was watching it, and it was overlooking Central Park. And she said the best thing that has come out of this for her was the fact that she could hear the birds in New York again. And we sat on the front step, the porch here, and just listened to the birds. There was no noise. It's crazy, nobody on the streets, but it was just nature in its own within the city, and it seemed like Leave It to Beaver time. But it was beautiful. We enjoyed it. And
I see all the wild animals coming out into the city all over.
Those are called people.
Yeah.
Actually, Wes, it's like squirrel.
Squirrel. The squirrels are taking over, Wes.
Hey, that's land chicken.
Land chicken.
That tastes good. Land chicken. Tastes just like chicken.
No, but so all of you, are reading all these great books. Me, I am actually not reading anything because I'm still working. I recently was told that I am an essential worker, so that's what I've been doing to all this.
So is Brock.
Essential workers.
That's why James couldn't be with us tonight, because he's an essential worker and he's actually serving. My hats off to him, and I hope he's safe.
Hey, and while we're putting the hats out, Worshipful Ron, blessings and love to your wife who's out there on the front line in the hospital working with people.
Daughter
Thank you.
too.
Hey, man. Exactly, dude.
Oh, Yoshi too?
No, I'm not.
My
I'm
daughter.
not. I'm not a medical worker. I work. I'm a. I guess what the my title is a merchandiser, which is a very fancy name for stock boy.
You buy shit.
But, I mean, dude, I've been pulling like 10-hour days in these grocery stores, and there's no such thing as social distancing in the grocery stores. Everybody's all up on top of you, mask or no mask, gloves or no gloves, you know, and you know, everyone wants their you know, pop or beer or food or whatever. So, you know, it's busy. It's
Stay
busy.
safe out there,
You know.
brother.
I
It's
said
called soda. It's not pop. Soda.
Pop.
Hey, in the Midwest, it's pop.
Hey,
Don.
They
you know how to
they say
get them
pop
away
in
from each
Idaho
other?
also. All my cousins say pop out there.
Yep.
Yoshi, the way to
Midwest is
get them
pop.
away from you, you just get naked. Standing out, butt ass naked. Are we wrong, Mike?
Just swinging.
It works. Do the helicopter.
make a towel float or something, you know.
Mike.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate this, and I look forward to the next one.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll be sending you ideas. Thanks again for having us and, you know, thinking about us during this goofy period in time. So appreciate it.
Fellas, have a good night.
Yeah,
Hey,
great meeting and talking
Have
with
a
you guys.
great night.
Have a good one,
This
guys.
is the spot.
Peace. You guys be safe.
Marty, you
What
rock.
up?
Wash your hands, wash yourself, whatever.